Poison boy.
Poison boy.
Lotus.
I'm following Fish.
Left, yeah. Let's go ahead and have supports put symbols on, please.
Put what on?
The symbols above your head.
Okay.
Okay, so this boy right here is Lotus. He is the poison boy. This fight can be relatively simple because it's very repetitive, but it can get messy very easily. So what's going to happen is Mag is going to grab Lotus and he is going to tank him with his back against this like arch thing. And all the DPS are going to be immediately behind the boss and stack up on his butt. And then Bubbles, I'm pretty sure there are ads in this round. I've seen it done two different ways. I've seen the tank kind of just hang off like kind of by themselves and just keep them over there, but I've also seen the off tank pull the ads next to the main boss for cleave. I would rather have them next to the main boss for cleave so we don't have to worry about them enraging. Just don't get like too close or back yourself into a corner where you get stuck with like the double tones and all that stuff. They shouldn't one-shot you, but they'll one-shot a DPS or a healer.
Okay.
It'll be up to you and your comfortability. If you go in there and you're like, yeah, fuck this, there's too much shit, I'm gonna sit over here, and if you need us to focus them because they're enraging, just let me know.
Okay.
For this, the biggest thing DPS is we're going to stack in like the middle octagon, and Mag's going to be tanking the boss with his back against it for the beginning, and then Lotus likes to jump around a lot, and when he jumps, he leaves behind poison AoEs, which you immediately have to get out of, and we all need to run to his next location. He has an interruptible mechanic where he lifts his hands up, and then he will also start spitting like poison out of him. If you see the interrupt lines, you need to do a bash and not let it solely rely on the tank. If you're up there, you just need to be bashing him. He will also do a mechanic where there is going to be a poison cone put on one player. You will know if it's on you if you kind of move a little bit and the cone follows you. That does not mean drag the cone across the entire arena. That means like barely move your stick a little bit back and forth to see if the cone is following you. If that's happening, just say my cone. Everybody else needs to move out of that cone. You can block and move. The person in the cone needs to block. And we will just kind of stay around you as a group, but not in the cone, because if you are not the one that Lotus is targeting, you will take extra damage from the cone if you're inside of it. So biggest thing is to not swing the cone around. You need to just plant your feet, block, say my cone. Everybody else just needs to know to be up on the boss, still around you to get the heals. And we keep moving, and it's literally just rinse and repeat the entire time. So we're gonna stay on the boss, get out of his poison AoE, make sure we're calling our cones, we're not dragging it, we're cleaving down the ads, and we're getting the interrupts. So as long as we stick together as a group and we keep the comms relatively clear and we're doing all those things, we should be fine. I don't expect this fight to take us very long unless it starts getting messy. And it only gets messy when people start getting spread around. Exactly. Teamwork.
That's gonna work. Teamwork.
The one thing I will say is even though most of us are range DPS, we still want to stay collectively closer together to the boss, because the farther away you are, if a person gets a cone, that cone goes from very narrow to very wide, and you don't want to get caught in that wide end of the cone, because then you just get hit with the poison debuff and it's not fun. So let's just try to make sure that we're relatively soft stacked around the boss, and as soon as he teleports, we get out of that AoE and immediately follow him over. Bubbles, like I said, just let me know what you decide you want to do. If it's too much for you to have them next to it, or you feel like the cleave's not getting them down enough, just keep me updated, and then I can have DPS target it if I feel like I need to.
Okay. Mag, which side would you prefer to have the ads stacked on?
Oh, I don't care.
Okay. Icy, any particular?
Nope. Whatever is comfortable for you, depending upon like ground AoEs and stuff. So wherever you can, that's fine. DPS, just be aware of where those ads are and make sure that we are putting down all of our AoEs and stuff to where it's hitting the main boss and those ads so that we can get them down. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
Where do I stand in this fight?
I believe you guys are on the group, no, Firm?
Where does the Zelda?
Mm-hmm.
Where do they stand? Yeah, we're with the group.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, for this one we should collectively move together and be like as close together as we can, but relatively soft stacked, and then we just need to move together as a group. There's no kite mechanic on Lothus, but there is on Thelms. So we'll talk about that when we get to him. Are there any other
Jumpy
questions?
boy.
I had a question.
Sure.
Can we speed run this? Because I only have 11 minutes left on my food.
Oh my gosh.
That was a serious question. I'll leave before this. That was a serious question.
We will try. We will try.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I go
Whenever
full
you're
things?
ready, Mag. Mm-hmm.
Alright, pulling in
Let's
3,
have the tanks going first.
2, 1.
Grab the stuff. Okay. That's the interrupt that just happened, so make sure we keep an eye out for
my
that.
turn. My turn.
Try not to stand in the poison dot. Go ahead and move to behind the boss. Getting res. We need to get the interrupts, please.
Alright. He is not coming over here. Mike.
Somebody has a cone. Please don't move.
Oh.
I'm gonna get Zelda up. Let's just make sure that we're being stacked behind the boss. That's the interrupt.
What's up, barrier?
Is he not coming to me?
Somebody has a cone. We should be a little bit closer to the boss, depending on where he's at.
This boss doesn't move, he just teleports to the 3 areas. If we all just kind of stand in the octagon, and if the tank puts on like a gap closer, they can just go into the teleport.
I think that there are people that are ranged
My
though,
cone.
so and somebody has to. The tanks don't have gap closers, so I would prefer for us to just try to stay as close to the boss as we can. Get out of the cone, block and walk out of the cone if it's not yours.
Horn, 3, 2, 1.
Check that in.
My cone.
Barrier.
Horn. 3, 2, 1.
You should be dropping your ultimate CCS. Please don't drive the cone,
My
just
cone.
stand still.
My cone.
Alec, no.
Get the res.
I got him.
I think those ads are in rage.
We're
bubble.
fine. 3, 2, 1.
Are they?
You're bright red.
Okay.
Watch out for that. Just let me know if it's
30%
too
on
much,
boss.
and if you get clapped.
My horn, 3, 2, 1.
I got him right now.
My horn, 3, 2, 1.
Here to come.
Oof.
Probably just down. Grab those ads,
That's my
Max.
fault.
Yep.
Just stay together, DPS. Please do not
Trying,
spread
trying.
out. I'm gonna get bubbled. Get reses on their other friends, please.
I got 5 back.
See if we can. Oh, he's dead, okay. Yeah, I think.
I was like,
I
see if
think
he could blood. He's
ideally-
like dead.
Ideally. Well, that was only at the very end.
Yeah. And that was my fault.
Was it just because? Okay. I was like, was it just
Yeah.
because they were enraged, or? Okay. Okay.
No, I was trying to put EC on the boss.
Oh.
So
yes.
instead
Okay.
of focusing
That's
on,
fine.
yeah.
That's okay. So that went really well. If you are melee and you have to get up close to the boss, as long as you are within the line of the group for the range people that are standing here, that's fine. I was kind of camping by the boss because sometimes Mag has to run from one end of the arena all the way to the other, and he will go into his interrupts mechanic, and if there's not somebody with crushing shock on or another melee to be there, if you take a crap ton of those poison like balls he throws out, it's really nasty and you can die. So
Bless
let's
you.
go ahead and make our way
Bless you.
to the other boy.
I was trying to chain to get for my speed boost.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I know you're making your way over there, but sometimes he jumps and then he goes immediately into my mechanic, and then other times he jumps and he doesn't, and it's really stupid. I've seen this done a few ways, and Fern, maybe you can help with how you think that we should do it. I have seen it where the off tank is here in the middle, and then on the two other like bridges on left and right. I've seen healers do it. I've seen healers in a DPS. I've seen range DPS and an off tank, and the healers stay with the group.
Yeah, lots of options, for sure. I've seen it done always.
What do you think that we should do?
I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, I see it most often. I actually see the off tank one side and two healers, but you can do one DPS and one healer. It's just, I mean, I don't mind kiting him. I kite him anyways, and so does Zelda. So it's really
Yeah.
up to you which way you want to do this.
Why don't we try, Bubbles, you'll be back here,
Okay, right here.
hiding
Now,
this.
can I give one suggestion? Be careful with having him here, because if with Bubbles controlling stuff, he might be a little tempted to move back, and if he kites film outside a certain spot, it's gonna reset him.
It's
So if I was
reset.
gonna-
I think like right here. No?
Yeah, but yeah, Bubbles is gonna have to be really careful when he goes to maneuver anything. He's just gonna have to be real careful.
So can he Can he go here, and then are you gonna go all the way?
A lot of
like,
times,
in the bridge?
a lot of times I'll see the off tank over there, like on that
Yeah,
wall.
and then you go like all the way right there, right?
And then I go right here, and then you can put another DPS or another healer over there. That's how I see it done.
Where
But I mean, you can
where
do it
these-
either way.
Where these
Yep,
pipes
see,
are, right?
these openings are. Yep, we just can't go back behind these lights right here,
Yeah.
because if we
Yeah,
do,
I said it
and
resets
films, yep,
before.
yep.
It's
So
horrendous.
Last time, didn't we like have to kill him like twice in the same match
Yes,
because he reset at
because-
like 5% or something
yes.
stupid?
Yes. Yes.
yeah.
It is the
But yeah,
dumbest
I mean,
thing in the
wherever you want to put them, Icy. I mean, it's up to you. You know, wherever.
Okay, I want to just burn the fuck out of this guy because I don't want to deal with his bullshit. So let's have Bubbles, you stand by this pipe. You'll jump that. Firm will be back here because she knows where not to reset. And then Zelda, you'll be at this pipe. This like loop pipe right here.
I'll be over
Or
there.
the kite. This pipe right here that I'm
Okay.
shooting my fireball at.
So I just
So-
hang there the entire time.
Yes, and you drop hots and stuff on the group, and what's gonna happen is I believe it's like in the very beginning he jumps once to one of you, and then at 75 he jumps twice, so he jumps to two of you, and then at 50 he jumps to all three of you. So you just have to make sure that he jumps to you and you're moving, like you need to block or roll dodge out of his jump, and then you just need to be very cautious as to where you are being positioned and where you're dropping that like big AoE when he jumps to you. Do not be like in the group or anything like that. You should relatively be staying like in your spots and dropping your hots, and you can run out the length of the orb, but just remember that he does the jump like in the very beginning, he does it at 75 and he does it at 50. DPS, what's going to happen is we are going to be standing in that center octagon again, and Mag's going to have his back to the archway thing. He is going to have other, I believe, ad boys that he holds there. And this boss likes to move again. There's going to be AoEs on the ground. We need to just kind of stay where the boss jumps. He drops an AoE in the center. We need to roll out of the center, and then when the AoE is gone, we need to immediately roll back in. You shouldn't be like chickens with your heads cut off all over the place. So he's going to jump and leave a dot in that octagon. We need to roll backwards, and then he's going to run back to Mag, and when the dot is gone, we need to roll back into that octagon. Does that make sense? So whether you roll backwards, you roll at the side, anything like that, and then you just immediately roll back in when that AoE is gone, and then we just like cleave down everything, pretty much. I don't think I'm missing anything, but I could be. Does anybody have questions? Okay. Well, let's go ahead and start then.
Right, going in 3, 2, 1. Hi, buddy.
Don't stand in those AoEs. Roll out and roll back in. I'm gonna get the res. Don't chase him. Stay in your octagon, please. Do not chase him. He will come back.
Barrier 3, 2, 1.
The boss is on bubbles. Mag, you have a
I
fade.
had him taunted.
Roll out. Okay. Try not to get caught in those dots because they do them in. When everything is in, drop your AoE, get out of that, and then come back in. To be able to sidestep a lot of those.
What the heck? That's weird.
Go back.
I was chained.
Me too.
Right. I should be able to catch it. Yeah. Sometimes that'll happen to us.
Why does he keep going over there?
Go dodge out. And then
My
put
one.
it back in when it's done. I don't know why he keeps going to bubbles. He would stay roll out of that. Go back in. Try to res from inside the
There you are,
octagon.
3, 2,
Don't
1.
get super spread. Hold on.
Thank you.
I can't see anything. This is amazing.
Remember, stay where you're at, DPS. Don't move. Roll dodge. And then back in when it disappears. I don't understand why this dot is staying. Okay, it's weird. Come back in the octagon. Take it all out.
Warhorn in 3, 2, 1.
Everybody back up in the octagon. Don't kill that AoE. Get all the synergies that you can, guys. Don't go too far when you roll dodge because you don't want to throw off kites.
Warhorn, 3, 2, 1.
My one. Oh, go for it, girl.
Sorry.
Oh shoot. No, you're good.
Just and yep, we got it. Good job, guys. Everybody come back to the center. We're off the
My
top.
horn. 3, 2, 1.
Inside. God, I forgot how much I hate this fight. Taking a lot of damage, Mag.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's fine. This is fine.
Make sure we're dropping our ultimates, guys. And we're standing as close as we can to this octagon because we don't want to throw kites off. Jumping, just stay, don't chase him. Don't chase him.
Warhorn, 3, 2, 1.
That's why. We got ads on us, guys.
Yep, I'm working on it.
He didn't do his final jump to bubbles, he did his final jump to you. That's why this huge AoE is staying and screwing this up.
My one. 3, 2, 1.
Drop your ultimates, guys, when you have them.
All I see is red crotches in my face. I can't tell anything else. And I'm saying that in the nicest way.
Don't chase them, let's all stick together. There we go.
Warhorn in 3, 2, 1.
Snoop this off, drop ultis if you have them, watch your feet.
Now there's another one. Come on, buddy.
Jumping again.
Warhorn, 3, 2, 1.
Super off. I don't know what was throwing that off.
I don't know either. That was a lot. Thank you,
Well,
healers.
there's-
You're amazing.
Yes,
So,
very good
I-
job. but
So
I
I
don't know.
think what was I think what was throwing it off is usually there's like one person here kiting, and then I think Zelda was at the pipe, but it helps if she comes here
Or
because she
maybe
has a little
more.
more room to play around with to throw out the kites, and then of
Do you
course
think you guys were
whoever.
too close?
Yeah, we had some people too close, and then like when Bubbles is over here, he has to be like his butt has to be on the wall, pretty much. A majority of like, well, when you the thing is okay, so typically when Films jumps, whoever it jumps to, they typically say to let the other people kiting know, Films jumped. So that way the next person can know to expect it. So if they have to come in close for heals or tank stuff or whatever, they know to take those 2 seconds to get back into position before Films does his next jump, if that makes sense.
So I should stand like where I'm at right now.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I've
Makes
seen people
sense.
go like here and here, depending on who it jumped to.
I've seen it here.
Here and here.
And I've seen it here. And I've seen it here. The problem is when you do it in these 2 places, you just got to make sure not to go too far back because you can reset them. But those are the places I've usually seen.
Okay, well I guess.
But I know a lot of groups do it differently.
Was not super descriptive, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of groups do it differently, but that's how I've always seen it. So they might do it a way I'm not familiar with.
I probably also was very too literal because when you said stand at the pipe,
I probably should have elaborated.
You're fine.
Square.
Yeah,
Exactly.
your no square.
You told me where my no-no square was, and I stayed in my no-no square.
I mean, we did it, but like the second time I was like, this AOE should not be here. What is happening?
Would you
And
remember
then
my
I
first?
noticed.
You remember my first VA hard mode, and you're like, bring everything in. And I'm like, okay, like.
Yes, I gotta remember.
Whatever you tell me to do, I will do. Literally.
Okay, Mag, you know where to take this guy. Let me pull the lanes really quick. Lane 1.
Bubbles are going to be very bored.
Yes, you are. Thank you. See this square right here, Malik? This is your no-no square. Your number 1. When kite happens, you need to be in this area, and you're gonna walk backwards, and you're going to hook left into like a hook or a J shape. I am going to be right here. I'm going to be lane 2. I'm going to do the same thing. Lane 3 is going to be Elba. Keep in mind that these are just kind of a placement holder. Like, think about an invisible line shooting out straight from this square, and that is your lane. Typically when the boss is down, and if everybody can see that center square right there, Mag's gonna be like holding him there. You want to be close up to the boss during the whole fight most of the time, unless there is a protector or if you go into kite. These just serve kind of as a way for you to remember like where your lane is and to not overlap with your partner. Then let's see. Who's 4? Push. You're 4. I'm sure you know where that is. Shadow. You're 5. I know you know where that is. So 4 is here. 5 is over here. 6. Who is 6? Cosm, right?
Yeah.
Cosm, your lane is kind of like right here. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if you see that square, but like you're kind of on the right side of that square. So when you do your hook, you'll kind of hook around that square. So just make sure you're cognizant of this and don't go too far backwards and get stuck when you do your kite. Then 7 is system, which are like the next square up from that. And then Alkunde. Do you see where Malik is right now? Like this square right here?
Uh-huh.
You are the one directly across from him. There's another
Right. I
square on the
already,
ground.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
showed me
that,
the thing.
yes, so that's your square. So just remember that you're going to walk backwards and you're going to hook left when you do a
Okay.
J.
Okay.
When you do that and you're in your kite phase, what's going to happen is, so even though Mag has a somewhat boring job, he also has an important job, and that is to let us know boss percentages. So at a 90, 75, 50, and 25, he does jump phases. So Mag, you're responsible for helping me out with calling that, and you
Okay.
need to say
What was that
3% to
again?
jump, 90%, 75, 50, and 25. I'll help, but if we're going to go further with this, you also have to just remember those, because you're going to be the one like seeing his health bar in your fucking face the whole time. And you need to say like 3% will jump, 2% jump coming, and then we know what to do. We know when
Right,
he's going
90,
into kite
75.
50, 25. The only odd one is 90%. And that's because it's in the very beginning. So you just have to worry about 75, 50, 25. I
Okay.
will call 90. So when we know that there's a kite mechanic, there's going to be a ton of AoEs on the ground, and you have to stay in your lane near your no-no square. Do not mess with anybody else's no-no square, because if you do, you are going to kill them, and it is not going to be fun, and there's going to be a lot of death everywhere. We know when kite happens, when Felms, this huge fucking robot bat-looking dude, he's going to basically jump up from the center and fly, and there's going to be a ton of AoEs on the ground, and that's when you have to, from the center of the boss, kind of like where that square is, where he's going to be at, you're going to walk all the way backwards, and then you're going to hook left. Most of the time, there are going to be AoEs that are shooting directly out from him, and you might have to roll dodge through one. I recommend that when kite phase happens, you throw your shield on and you keep that shield up until kite phase is over. So you want to basically walk backwards, do a J, and you're going to immediately go back on the boss. There will also be protectors that come out. You know that a protector is out if you're DPSing Olms, and Olms ends up gold barred. When we say that there is a protector at entrance, this is entrance. It could be here. It could be back here. Those are typically the spots. Basically, this entire area is entrance. So if you are in lane 1 through 4, it is your responsibility to help out and get the entrance protector down. Sometimes there's a protector mid. It can show up right here. It could show up back here, and it can show up right beneath the boss, the butt of the boss. So right underneath him. This one we, oh my god, Mag. On this side over here, so lanes 5 through 8, you are responsible for what I call exit protector, even though it's technically not exit. But on this side, if the boss is gold barred and you hear somebody say exit protector, it could either be right by this pillar, it could be by the gate, or in the front pillar. So there's typically 3 locations that it spawns. So let's just make sure that we're keeping our ears open and we know where it's at, or if you see the boss gold barred, you need to be putting your head on a swivel and finding out where that protector is. Other than that, the only thing that you have to worry about, other than protectors and kite, is going to be jump phase. Now, he jumps at 90, 75, 50, and 25. So when you hear us say jump or 3% to jump, you need to be prepared to get back to sort of like where, so 1 through 4, we're basically going to shield up when jump happens. We're going to stay over here in this entrance, kind of like in this little corner back here, and we're going to block. He jumps 4 times, and you don't want to move close to him until he's done jumping. You can try to get light attacks and some of your skills out while he's jumping, but it's in mid-jump. Only do that if you're experienced, please. Do not drop your block if you are not comfortable block casting. If you are 5 through 8, you're going to hide back over there where that gate is. So when you hear us say jump phase or Olms is jumping, you need to go to your little like nook and you need to keep up your shield and you need to be blocking until he does his final jump to mag, and then you go back to your same spots. So that's basically rinse and repeat until you get to execute. When you get to execute, there are going to be fire AoEs that go across the arena. You want to make sure that you are not in the middle of the fire AoE. You want to try to be on the edge or completely out of it. So you need to try to roll dodge it, or if you can't get out, you need to just shield up and block at the edge. You want to try to not take more than like 2, because once you do that, you're most likely dead and you need to not be in the center. It gets really crazy and you need to not spread out a ton, but just try to get out of them as much as possible. It's literally rinse and repeat. You're going to be DPSing him. He's going to go into kite. You're going to go back. You're going to DPS him. There's going to be protectors. You're going to DPS the protectors. Go back to the boss. We're going to do kite again. Then he's going to jump. It's literally the same thing until you go to execute. The only thing that's different about execute is the fire. Unless I'm missing something, which I don't think that I am.
Don't forget about purges.
Purges for
The fire AoE and execute. You get a fire dot on you. It's pretty nasty, so that's why they'll have either the off tank or the bat kite run purge.
Okay, so I would say from whoever you think, I was gonna give you a minute to talk to Zelda about what she has to do.
Okay.
I've got efficient purge level, just so you know.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with doing purge, if Firm's not gonna have Zelda run it, then you can.
Okay, I was just letting you guys know.
Where's Zelda?
I'm here.
Hi. Okay. So it really is not that big of a deal for +0, but just for good practice, just don't, like, if you have an imaginary line from here to that other light, just don't go past it. Okay. So you want to always stay like back here. And that's because it's preparing you for when you start adding films to the fight and +1s or the +2. So you're just going to heal everybody from back here, because you have to remember, like, Olms, where he's at right now, he's actually going to be facing that way. Like, what would be, like, north of us right now, I guess. So we're going to be, you're going to be seeing Olms' butt the entire time. And then the lanes are going to be here. You know how that works. So they're going to be super spread out. So you're going to have to be, I would run radiating regen. You're going to find yourself spamming it quite a bit. So that's one you're going to need for sure. I'm trying to think of what else off the top of my head. I don't know if you're running flies. Did you guys ever decide? Are you running flies?
No,
Yeah.
Cosmos
I'm running fly.
Yeah, Cosmos has it.
Okay, so if you want to, you could actually put your radiating regen, your combat prayer, and your springs, actually, if you wanted to, back here on your resto bar. And then I would have your second ground hot budding seeds, so that way you can always try to keep a ground hot on each side of the DPS. Cloak, and then if you want to Ellie the protectors, you can. Throw out orbs when you can. That's pretty much it. Run altar. Just stay back here behind this line, because that way when you do +1s and +2s, you'll get prepared of dealing with films.
What
So,
about, like,
that's pretty much it.
Purge? Should I have Purge on?
So yes. So you're going to need Purge, because some groups run just Purge on the OT, and the OT kind of goes out with everybody and purges them, but I've done it as Batkite is Purge, so I know Batkiters wear Purge sometimes too. So if you want to run efficient Purge, you can do that. And then you'll just, when that fire AoE hits, and we block through the fire AoE, and then after the fire AoE lifts up from the ground, that's when there'll be damage over times, like dots on us. fire. You'll actually see fire coming from your body, and then as soon as you purge, it goes away. So yeah, you right after that happens, just go ahead and start using your purge on people that you're able to reach.
So just one
Before
purge
he goes,
after the fire AoE from purge or
yeah,
purge. Okay.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean that's the basics. I mean there's a lot more that comes into the other like plus ones, but that's pretty much it. That kite, you'll be good.
I don't know if this is like redundant, but when Olms jumps to you, you want him to like, you want to make sure that he's jumping to you, but like don't just stand there and take it to the face when he jumps. Does that make sense? Right, Firm? Like she shouldn't just be like.
Wait, you talking about Olms or Films?
Films. Sorry, I keep calling him Olms. No, Olms.
Oh, you're talking about the big
rip face when he jumps, right? She should like.
Yeah, no.
And then...
Yeah. So I was talking about the Films jumps, but if you're talking about Robot Chicken, if you're talking about Olms, when he does the jumps, so the DPS were splitting sides, correct? They're going into their little crevices.
Yes.
Okay. So Zelda, you would come over here, and when you see everybody going to that cubby hole, you're gonna put down your hot. You're gonna hide behind here. You're gonna block. You're gonna come back out. You're gonna combat pair, springs down, hide behind here, block. It just saves you from having to deal with Olms because we're a little squishier than what the tanks can take. So we usually hide behind about right here, but don't hide too far out because it, but right about here and you should be okay. And then you just come out when he jumps over there to me and Mag. You can just throw out a quick springs and a quick combat prayer and it'll be good.
When does this happen?
This happens during his jump phase, so 90, 75, 50, 25.
Oh, okay.
That's when he does this big jump, big jumps.
Yeah.
It's like gorilla. Think of like what's his name? King Kong? Think of King Kong, or whatever the hell his name is. The one who jumps for buildings and, pretend like that big kind of jump. Yep.
Okay.
So when you hear us say jumps is when all of the DPS are going to go over there, like Firm said, you'll drop all of your stuff. But he's going to be jumping like from where Mag is back here, and then back up to Mag and Firm, and then back here, and then he's going to jump again one last time. And then after the final jump is when you can come back out to your normal position.
Okay.
So just don't come out too early.
So Zelda, you're gonna heal this crevice, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'll heal the other one. I'll heal exit.
Does anybody who has not been here or somebody who hasn't been here in a while have any questions about anything that I just said?
Which side do you want me on, IC? Exit or...
You can go wherever. You just need to be very conscious about lanes.
Yep.
I don't know if it's easier for you to split down between Shadow and Push because they have a little bit bigger area to work with. Just make sure if you get stuck in Kite to just don't be in somebody else's Kite. And then you can kind of just like debuff the boss, stay close enough to do your EC and whatever. And then that way you're close enough so that if Mag goes down, you can grab him for any reason. And then guys, when we're on our sides when he jumps, we just want to be relatively like soft stacked together and then make sure you have your shield in your block. We don't need to be like one person because you have little dots underneath your feet too when he jumps. Anybody that hasn't been here have questions? It's gonna sound like a lot, and it's just gonna take practice and you getting exposed to what I'm actually saying. Because I could say kite and jump and protectors and all these things, and like you might have watched them in a video, but it's totally different when you're just doing it. But the entire fight is rinse and repeat, like literally until the very end.
Can I mention something to Bubbles real quick, just for my sake? Okay. If which off tanks typically and can and will do on plus ones in hard mode, but if for some reason you come back here just because whatever, just stay against the wall as much as possible, because the further out you're out here, you're gonna throw off the kite, and it potentially might get mag. And then it might make me run out of room somehow between Elm's breath and the other ones. So just, if you come back here with us, just always try to stay as close to the wall as you can. That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to help me and Mag stay alive, that's all.
No
Only other thing I
promises,
have
I'll
to
try.
say before we get started is DPS with your ultimates. You should be doing them after your kite phases. So kite phases are not like percentage based or anything. They just sort of happen. So the more you do it, the more you'll be like, okay, I just did a kite phase, I can drop my ultimate. Or it's been a minute, I feel like I'm gonna get another kite. You just want to make sure that he's down on the ground when you're dropping your ultimate, so that way we're getting as much damage on him as possible. Because when he flies in the air, like, he fucking, like, he's up there with the chandeliers flying when we're in kites. So, it's okay if you're still trying to get used to timing and stuff, but just make sure if it's after kite, like, do it immediately after kite, or if it's, like, a little bit after and you know that kite's not coming for a little bit, then drop your ultimate. Okay, if everybody's back, let's go ahead and stack back here. Behind good old Olms, where I'm at. And then it is very, very important that we do not light attack the boss at all until Mag gets taunt and grabs the boss. If you do light attack him before Mag grabs taunt, he's going to face us, and it's gonna fucking suck, so let's not do that. So whenever you're ready, Mag. Actually, I don't know if Push is back, because he's not over here. Just kidding. Oh, there he goes. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Hi. Trying to remember what the fuck I'm doing with this guy. Pulling in 3, 2, 1. Come here, buddy.
Okay, we can stack up behind this guy.
Come on.
You
Keep
don't
coming.
have to stay super far. You can get
Come
in
on.
his butt. Stay as a group. Everybody, when he does his first jump, we are going to hide in this left corner over here where exit normally is. Doesn't matter what side you're on. So we're gonna jump in about 3%. Okay, let's go ahead and get prepared for jump. Come back to this corner. Shield up and block all the way back, all the way back. Get back, back, back. Make sure you stay shielded. That's 2,
Ooh, nope.
3, 4. Everybody run up, go to your lanes. If somebody wants to get Zelda, we're gonna go into a kite. So make sure you're shielding and you're kiting in your lanes. Go ahead and get reses on our friends if they're on your side. Okay, there's a protector at exit.
Warhorn.
Go ahead and hard target it, please. If you are on exit side, that
Oh,
is
I
your
went down.
responsibility. Bubbles, let's have you grab boss. I'm gonna see if I can get the res.
Drop block at the exact wrong time. Thank you, thank you.
Remember not to
Grab
drop your
boss.
ultimates if he has a protector on him. So as soon as he is open is when you want to drop your ultimate.
Protector exit.
We have another protector. We're in kite.
Kite.
Get protector after kite, please. Make sure we're shielding up. Make sure we hard target that protector and get it down to exit.
Where's he going? Where's he going there?
Going to the
Over
protector,
the leg.
it's healing him, yeah.
Elms doesn't go to the protector.
Yeah,
like
he does not.
he should stay stationary.
Why is he moving around?
Can you get your top back or no?
I have taught.
I'm getting pushed. No, you don't. He's
There
fucking
you
off.
go.
Okay, we have a protector mid.
Okay, everybody hard target that protector. It's right underneath his ass after kite. Make sure you're shielding. Res your friends that are dead next to you. And make sure we're staying in our lanes, guys. Don't get too far out of your lanes, and you can be up close and personal to this. Make sure your orbs are going into this boss. Even if you're ranged, you can be up close to him to help
Warhorn.
with the kite. We have 4% until jump, 3% until jump, 2%. Okay, everybody, let's get in our jumps Everybody go to your corners. You're gonna block. We're in tight. Fuck me. Are you serious? Get your entrances down. This is probably gonna be a wipe.
Kite. Get that off spit. Sorry.
That's jump. Res your friends while you're blocking. You need to get Zelda up. We're in kite.
I'm just waiting until Kite's over, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, Meg's down.
Got him. Excellent.
Got him.
See.
Everybody wants to res, you need to just go back to your lanes.
We have a protector up in the back.
Exit protector, if you are on exit side, please get it up. You need to res your friends, please. Alkenda is right next to the protector.
Oh, I thought I had already picked her up.
Kite.
Kite.
Everybody kite. Start paying attention to those mags so you can call it out.
Yep.
Watch out for the spider boys.
That's protector.
Protector middle.
Hard target that protector, guys. It should go down and cleave, but let's just make sure it goes down. You can drop your ultimates now.
My horn. 3, 2, 1.
Protector exit.
Protector rear.
Everybody on that side, make sure you hard
Kite
target.
face.
We're in kite. Do kite first and then get protector down. I'm gonna get Malik up.
Warhorn.
Barrier, 3, 2, 1. Protector coming out on entrance.
Make sure if you're gonna do barrier and you want it to get to the group, you're up in the group when you're doing barrier. Because if not, you barrier yourself.
Whoa.
Protector's down.
Watch out for that.
Breath.
Come on, bud.
We're in kite again.
Right.
Make sure we're shielding up. We have another protector at entrance. Don't drop your ultis or anything until the protector's down.
What the? I'm down.
Boxes. Grab box bubbles.
Got it.
Setting. I got him.
Okay.
I'm able to get him in the middle of the space.
Watch out for the breath. Yeah. There's something you do about that, Elbow.
Got him.
Got you.
Kite, kite
Yeah,
face.
because he was turned around, it throws off my kites up here when he's turned around like that.
Kite.
Oh god.
Remember to try to stay in your lanes, guys.
Dude.
There's a
You don't
giant
want
ass
the pipe to
AoE
get
in
off.
my lane right now.
Come on, turn around.
We have 4% until jump.
Protector's
Protector
up.
exit.
Gold bard. Everybody on
Warhorn,
exit
3,
side, get the
2,
protector.
1.
Get the protector down. Kite.
Kite.
We have 3% until jump.
Protector.
There's a
Alright,
protector
everybody,
out
one.
again.
Get the protector down.
What?
And we're probably gonna go into jump. Get mag up.
It's
Watch out.
heavies that are getting you, Mag.
But how are they going through my block?
Are you getting the bot bird?
Maybe. Oh no, we'll deal with it.
We're gonna push into jump, guys. Jumping, go to your corners and block. Keep your shield up. We're gonna get weird kites
Kite.
because his jump is off. Try your best, guys. There's nothing you can do about that.
Right, bud.
Getting reses on this side.
Getting Cosm.
His
Bad
sticks are
guy.
off.
Yeah.
Getting
Because
Shadow.
he's turned around.
Oh, let me get the boss.
And I
I got
just
out.
up. His sticks are way up.
Yep.
Wait,
Working on
wait.
it.
Okay, well tell Bubbles when you're getting the boss back, because now the kites
Sorry.
are off. Watch out for the spit. Let's get Cosm up. Let's get Bubbles up. We have a protector somewhere.
I got bubbles.
Protector's exit.
Protectors at exit.
Mag, you need to go back to the middle. The spits are off. You need to be right
Working
here.
on it.
Warhorn 3, 2, 1.
It's gonna throw off spit.
Yep.
Spit towards
Spit
entrance.
all on entrance.
He moves about as great as a griffin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have a protector entrance.
Protector, entrance team.
Kite.
We're in
Kite,
kite.
kite.
Oh, this is gonna be very bad. Sorry, Elva.
Oof.
Get Bubbles up. Spits are still off.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Thank you,
Bubbles,
Dundee.
Was
please.
happy.
Okay, let Bubbles get the boss. We might get weird kites in a second, guys. Just be prepared. They're off again. Weird kites. Try to stay in your lanes. If you die, it's okay. We'll pick you up after.
I got Cosm.
I got Malik.
I can't grab mag. Somebody's gonna have to grab mag for me.
I got him.
There's a protector.
What the heck?
He got loose again.
Alright. Got him.
He sure did.
I just
Oh,
did a
you can't stand in
fucking...
that. Yeah.
There we go. Yep, I just screwed us. Let's...
Fine.
As much as I would love to entertain this, I would like to wipe so we can figure out what is clapping. It's just gonna be a super messy clear if we continue this. Everything is so thrown off.
I got bubble.
I'd rather not entertain this. There's spits everywhere. Everybody run into a spit, please. And die. Thank you. Here's the thing, we continue to go and it'll take us forever to get it figured out.